So I'm sitting by the loft here and trying to get back into the good graces of the cats because they've all of a sudden decided that they don't like anybody. So I'm hoping to get back in the good graces, especially Salem. So this is a 2 storytelling thing, because the first storytelling is Oso's story, his escape, and this summer I have that video in my backup photos, the online backup that I use, but for some odd reason I can't get it back out of there. I can't even get the pictures that I want out of there yet, so I'm trying to deal with those tech issues. So, but the other is a funny story about these cats. So, Oso's great escape is when we get a new dog, we train them to stay at the house when we leave in vehicles, so they're not all over with the neighbors' dogs, and we're not getting any love affairs going that way. And so we just tend to have our dogs stay down where we are, and we're about maybe 6 or so miles away from everybody. We do have some neighbors that are close that we can see, but it's just like they're that thing, and that's what you get for living in the middle of nowhere. So the dogs are barking at the horses. They know I'm talking about them. Anyways, so this one day, we were down to one vehicle, and my 2 siblings came to pick up me and another sibling at a neighbor's house. We'd just been babysitting, so they came and picked us up. And earlier in the day, these siblings and my mom had been off to town, and we had some Jehovah's Witnesses come, and they left some things tucked in our gate. We had some other people that were just coming by. So, and that was it. Well, when they get home from town, both dogs are here at the house. Then, as they leave to come pick up me and my other sibling, we get back and we notice there is no Oso. But we think he's just off in the backyard. We don't think anything of it. Or he's off in the sagebrush like he normally does, chasing antelope, which he goes maybe about a mile away and then comes right back when he's chasing the antelope. And when we had, quick interlude there, when we had the people that graze their cows out here, Oso tried to score up with a bull, and he took one look at the bull, thought about it, and then come running back, and then went back out there, got a little closer, thought about it, and ran back. So he figured he couldn't go up against a bull. Come here. Come on, Salem. Come on. Come here, kitty. Come here. So anyways, so we get back, don't think anything of it until the next day when we don't see him at all. And this was a Thursday that they came. No, yes, because this happened over the summer. This was a Thursday that they came and picked us up. Come here, kitty. Come here. I'm not going to hurt you. Oh, that one was super close. Anyway, so we didn't think much of it. Okay, we're ready. So Friday, we spent the day trying to find him around where we are. We were looking in the sagebrush area. We'd kind of driven out a little bit. We were looking up at the little mess that our neighbor, I don't know if I call him a neighbor, but that he left on the hill. And we're just trying to look all over to find this dog. We were calling neighbors. The people that had their cows out here at the time, they had taken their cows, so we were calling them to see if he was with them. We were asking the people that are doing the mine if they had seen him along the road, just trying to find Oso. And as we were gone that Friday, Saturday, Sunday afternoon. It was Friday afternoon, Saturday morning, and then Sunday mid-morning to mid-afternoon. And we had been searching for this dog. And we had driven down the road into the town. Like, we'd looked all over for this dog. We'd hollered, we'd had windows down on the car, we'd driven by slow. We'd searched everywhere. Come to find out, he was at a spot, this neighbor's house, that this place is run by the son-in-law of this older gentleman. He's had some strokes, and he's not able to come out and do his farm. Well, he was hanging at his place, and we get a call from my uncle, who got a call from this son-in-law saying that there is a strange, it was on a Monday, that there was a strange black and white dog that was floating around up there. And he was talking about another black and white dog, but my siblings jumped in the car while we were there and went up to see if it was Oso, and sure enough, it was Oso. And so he came back and was out here and hanging around, and Patches, you could tell, well, Oso was gone. Like, Oso likes to push Patches sometimes till the braking limit, and then he wonders why Oso snaps at him. And there are times where Patches just kind of, he's had enough and just snaps a little. But it's just he's had enough of Oso's picking on him. So he'll just turn to Oso. And we call it typical sibling thing. So, because when we're outside, Patches' main goal is to know where everybody is outside. He's focused on what's going on, that all the horses are in their place, that all the, everything's where it needs to be. And Oso's more of like a, hey, let's play, let's do this, let's do that. And so he kind of tests Patches' patience in that sense. So anyways, but Oso spent the next 2 days acting like we had abandoned him. He was acting like we had took him and dropped him off. When in fact, all that had happened was he had followed my siblings, taken off with them, and kind of wandered when they had driven off a little faster than he could run. And so he hung out at the neighbors for a few days and was mad. Like I said, he was mad that we had abandoned him and that he didn't want us touching him. He was ignoring us. He was just kind of laying there, just like, you left me, you abandoned me. So, but he bounced right back after a couple days. And now we're working on trying to get him trained and things. So I don't know what it is, but every time our truck leaves with a trailer, the dogs all of a sudden think they can follow that. So, and Oso's the ringleader in that. So, but sometimes when they spearhead trouble, Patches is the ringleader, and then Oso's the next one. But Oso, when the truck leaves with the trailer, that's Oso's thing. So, no. One of the cats got a little closer, but they gave up on me, I think. So, this is, we rigged this Cool Whip jug, tied it with baling twine down. And then there's these old potato salad jugs. There's one for water, and there's one for feed for these cats up here. So, the story about the cats is, I think I've told this, but I'm not for certain, is we thought we had a boy cat. And where we live, we're kind of away from neighbors just a little bit. And so we don't know where the tomcat came in this story. But we have the black cat. And it's been the only cat we can keep with dogs here. And it's, with the dogs or with coyotes or whatever came in and killed them. So it's the one cat that's kind of stayed in the shed, stayed on this loft here, and kind of, or, elsewhere in the shed, kind of kept the mice out. Well, last year we had a pack rat problem. we had one in our trailer, one that lived on our backhoe, and one that lived in the shed. And the dogs got rid of the one on the backhoe. We caught the one in the trailer on the trap, and then the one in the shed we could not kill. It would eat the bait off the trap. It would always escape the dogs and things. And so we were wondering where the cat was, why the cat wasn't coming after this, and trying to help is what we were thinking. And so we're sitting there trying to figure things out. Well, as we're starting to think about that, we're starting to realize that the cat's been gone for a while. And we were like, okay, the last time we found it, the cat was super skinny. It had gotten chased up to our neighbors on the hill. So this guy just lived, kind of created a junkyard up there on the hill and then left. So that's a whole nother story. But the cat went up to this trailer and was kind of living up in the trailer for a little bit underneath it because the dogs chased it up there. And like I said, we thought it was a boy. So I named him Salem because it's an all black cat. Well, pretty soon as the weather's like about this time of year, I'm down with one sibling babysitting, and I get a text in our group text from another sibling with 2 kittens peeking over this ledge right here, this corner, just peeking down. And that's when we realized that Salem is a girl and that she had kittens. And so we didn't know if she had just had the 2 or just she had a bunch and only 2 survived, or if she had them in the shed or if she had them off somewhere else, because we never knew until these kittens appeared. So yeah, but I guess they're not gonna come. They were really close though. So in this loft up here, we'll rarely get up here just because there's no step to get up here. We don't have stairs. Oh, they disappeared behind the thing. We just have a ladder that we'll get up here with when we need to, or you use the tractor bucket. So, but I'm kind of sitting on some shelving things right now. So this shed, this is kind of like an all-around story time here. But this shed was built in the 1940s, a little bit before World War II. Was World War II in the 40s? Or World War I? Anyways, it was built around the early 1940s. So I'm a history person. I should know things. In fact, I just told my sister some interesting history facts off the top of my head this morning with some of her homework that she was doing. Anyways, but it was built around the 1940s. So in fact, there's a date in the bottom corner on the shed over on that side is a name and date. So hold on here. So got a call in there. But yeah, so I fed and watered these guys. Just nobody wants to come. So, but this shed has been here since then. My dad's fixed the roof. He's put in a pegboard for his tools. He's put in some shelving units, the electricity, just kind of sprucing it up. So, but anyways, I'm going to get back to work and get myself down because my legs are kind of falling asleep the way I'm sitting. Anyways, I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.